Oh shit, I'm on the wrong playlist. Oh fuck, hold on. Hold on. Um, 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 imagine that this song finished and this is the song that came out after. Yeah.
Hey, you want to explain yourself, lol.
I don't got to explain nothing. I'm just getting dressed and then I'm gonna go get coffee and yeah, and then I'll come back and then I promise I won't be long. And yeah, just vibe to the music, and also I should turn my fan off. Hold on.
Sorry, wrong redeem, but check
Here we
your
go.
DMs.
Boom. Okay, I'll be back in a sec. I just saw you. Okay, hear me out. Hear me out. What if you were slurping on it, but like, so like, what if they ate orange before you started slurping on it, so that when you were slurping on it, so then it would taste like orange, or like, what if they fucked an orange and then you slurped on it? You know, if you know, you know.
Oh, I thought you were using orange as another metaphor of a dick.
What the fuck? Sammy! Sammy, what the fuck? I'm not even here! Oh my god. Okay, I'm here now. Hello? Hi! Unexpecting, you guys. Hello? What did I miss? What did I miss as I was gone? I don't know. Wow. Okay, I'm here. Hello. I'm woefully unprepared for today. Okay, I didn't miss much. That's good. So today, well, hold on. I've got to like adjust my seat type. There we go. So today I wanted to, what's the word? I wanted to go through some stuff, because I thought it'd be fun and I don't really know what to do today. So I had this fun idea, like, so I've got this project for my university where I've got, whoa, okay, I'm purple now. Yay! I got this fun little idea where, hold on. If I go here and I go to, how does, that's all caps, YouTube. So yeah, I was looking at, catching the background. Oh, you're so adorable. Sammy, how was your Valentine's? Was it okay? I do hope so. Save to watch later then. How does an automatic transmission, is that what it's called? Is this the video? Yeah, I think this is the video. So here's a video that I'm about to put on, and it was a video. Your Valentine was kind of meh. It's been better than my mother's Valentine. She got hacked. So you had a good time, hopefully. I've heard some people have good times, some people have bad times, you know, it's like kind of either or. I've heard a mix of things. But so today I've got this video that I'd like us to watch. And it's going to be fun. It's going to be hype. Not that opera. This opera. Here we go. It's a video that I've got to do for my university degree about automatic transmissions in a car. So that's what we're going to be looking at today. Just for a little bit. Not for too long. You go, if I put this like there, that's a better spot for it. Let's turn the music down. So how loud is this video? Here we go. This is what I've got to do for my university degree, and you guys are coming with me. Okay. Cool. Okay, so this is, so the little bit that I know, so I've got to do research on a planetary gear set, and the planetary gear set is, oh, it's so stupid. It's so stupidly complicated. Just look at this thing. Look at it. It's stupid. And this is what we're going to do today. So I hope you guys are like, what's the word? I hope you're ready. Alt tabbed if you couldn't tell you. I'm gonna do this. Okay. I don't even. I want to like this. Okay. Okay. Cool. What? What is this? What? How do they? So how do they even like how? Hmm. Okay, so this is the part that's always confused me, right? So what? So the outer bit here is it don't move. Like, why don't it move? I don't know yet. So that bit don't move. This bit is rotating, and it causes these two to rotate around this, which makes this move. Okay. Output is 1/3 of the input. Oh, wow! Okay, hold on. You just said it was stationary. You just said it was stationary, you stupid old man. God, I bet your dick is so wrinkly. I bet it folds. I bet it folds up. I bet it's like it looks like one of those old vacuum bags. Hi, Misha. So okay, so if this thing rotates, then this thing rotates at the speed that this rotates, plus the speed. Okay, you don't worry about it. So this, hold on. So this rotates at the speed that this rotates, except this is rotating, which rotates these. So it's this thing is spinning with this plus this. Huh? Okay. Wait, so why did they so now they were okay, so now they're rotating at the same speed all of a sudden. So when this was moving before, it moved these gears, which moved this at 1/3 of the original speed. And now this and this are moving. It's at 1-to-1. The planet gears, which are these, now they don't spin. So is it 1-to-3, and then it's these two spin, which is 1 to. I'm about to aggressively punch myself in the tummy until I piss myself. What did he say? Okay. What? Okay. Output speeds is increased because 1 is above 2. That makes sense, probably, right? Okay. That makes sense. Yeah. Okay. I feel like I feel like a similar sensation to when, when someone just like sits you down and just plays like static radio on the TV for like an hour. That's what this video is giving me vibe wise. Whoa! Okay, calm down, buddy. Calm the fuck down, buddy. My guy's putting shafts inside shafts now. So the external teeth is connected to the case, which I guess is this thing. Then there's internal teeth, which is connected to this thing. Okay. Okay, hold on. What part of this is simple? I feel like I'm learning rocket science. Okay. We haven't even got to the gears. We haven't even got to the gears. We haven't even got to the gears yet. I'm going to crash out. I'm going to crash out. I'm going to crash out. Why do I have to go through this to get my engineering degree? It makes no sense. Hold on. I've got to put my thought process. So if this is applied, then this thing and this thing are connected. And so when this spins, which makes this spin, which makes the sun spin, which makes the planet
calm down, okay?
spin.
You're just learning something, you're not actually building it.
Dagger, 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 dagger. You'll never fucking guess what my assignment is. You'll never fucking guess. I've got to build it. I've got to build this thing. That's my assignment. I've got to build it. Okay. So, this thing makes this move. So the first clutch spins this, which drives the shaft at 1/3 speed.
Okay, but calm down, don't give yourself a goddamn heart attack.
I won't, I promise. I'll calm down for you. Oh, so if this is applied, then everything moves at a 1-to-1 pace. But if this one's applied, then this is stationary, which forces the planets to move. Okay. Uh-huh. Okay. So if I do that, so by connecting these two, it spins the sun, which spins this at a 1/3 rotation speed. Why is it 1/3? I could probably calculate that once I've done a bit more research, but I think it's something to do with the teeth rotation. Then the extra sundials don't speed it up or anything. The extra dials just add more torque so that it doesn't break under the pressure of its own speed. That's fine. Input speed, output speed, what? Come on! Okay. Whatever. So what does this one do? Yeah, that I figure out. So what does adding a second sun actually do? Okay, so you're just whipping out of this whole thing. You're not going to talk about it. It's just like, if we apply C4, whips out an entire... Oh my God, okay. So to add a new gear, they've added a second dial. They've hit the second dial. And so that sundial will move at the same speed as that sundial. But currently it doesn't do anything. Yeah, that makes sense. So the planet carrier and the planets, so they will spin because the outer gear is
Hey,
stationary.
what did the cow say to the leather chair?
What did the cow say to the leather chair? I'm assuming because leather is made of cow. So surely it would be like some sort of horrific scene, right? Am I on the right ballpark here? Is the cow just scream in terror at seeing its friend get flayed and turned into a
Mom.
seat? I was right! Oh, that's sad. That's sad. That's sad. Okay, so what does the spinning actually do? Tell me. Huh? Huh? Okay. So when... Uh-huh.
Did you know a recent study showed that humans eat more bananas than monkeys? And it's true, I don't remember the last time I ate a monkey.
You wouldn't. You're not from those countries. There are countries where people eat monkey. It's really bad for you. You shouldn't eat monkey. You shouldn't eat anything that eats other animals because it can breed parasites. So if this is engaged and this is engaged, then it spins the ring gear. But it spins the ring gear at the same speed as the sundial.
To be honest, I agree with you, but we eat bear, so nothing to stopping us.
That is true. So originally, if it was just the sundials, it would be 1/3. So if it was that sundial moving, it would be 1/3 speed. Then if the sundial and the ring was moving, it would be 1-to-1. So if this is spinning these sundials at 1/3 speed, then that means that the ring gear is spinning at 1/3 speed, plus the 1/3 of the original planet. So how fast does that go now? Yeah.
Actually, curious question, why are you trying to learn engineering?
Curious question, why are you trying to learn engineering? Because it's my university degree. Okay. So this is the second gear then. The second gear is just limiting how fast this outer gear spins. So originally it would be 1/3. Now it's closer to 1.28.
Well, I get bad, but when the hell are you ever going to use it?
Gears are really useful for a lot of things. I don't think I'm ever going to have to build an automatic transmission for a car, but this is supposed to basically teach me how gear ratios and tolerances and material selection works. So if I ever wanted to make, say, I don't know, my own RC car, I'd be able to apply the correct motors to the wheels so that the wheels spin without blowing up. That sort of stuff. And if I ever want to become a mechanic, I'll need to know. Oh, come on. Okay. They're just adding stuff. They just keep adding stuff. So they've added a pipe to this thing, connected to this thing, with even more teeth in it. Oh, great. But why? Why would you do that? Because this thing is spinning, which spins this thing, and now it spins this thing on the outside as well. That's not a seat. That's not...
So
Why?
basically you're a femboy moth that wants to be a mechanic. To be honest with you, that's kind of cute, but you do.
I don't want to be a mechanic. My dissertation is actually on programming. I want to be able to design robots. I want to design little robots. That's what I want to do. So we've gone to square zero, is what you're telling me. Because now when this thing spins, it spins these two sundials, which spins this big thing, which spins these two at input shaft speed, which you could have already done.
If you want to design robots, go buy a small kit in the kids section of Hobby Lobby.
I could do that, yeah. But it's not like I want to be able to, it's not just robots, you know? I want to be able to look at something and be like, yeah, I could build that, you know? Because I've always been interested in like making my own stuff. That's why I've always been interested in blacksmithing and whatnot. But the idea for this is kind of like, I want to be able to like, if I come across something that seems fun, I can build it, you know? Like if I get what would be a cool example?
Oh, you want to build a robot that's a sex machine, got you?
Yeah, I could do that. I could make one. Which would probably be far cheaper than buying one online. Hi, Emperor. Uh-huh. So that's a 1-to-1 ratio then. No? Yeah. That's a 1-to-1 ratio. Yeah, that's gear 4, which is 1-to-1. You can't really see it because the chat bubble's in the way. Okay, so the reason this exists is to connect it to the outer shell, which puts it in 1-to-1. Got it. What's this one then? Mm-hmm. Huh? So by removing C1, and C1 is the thing that moved this blue one. So if you take off C1, nothing rotates. And then you apply C4, which is attached to here. And I'm assuming these two are connected. So now C4 is spinning this ring. That ring spins this ring. How does it give a high rotational speed though? Because if these two are connected and this rotates, oh, I'm getting confused. Oh, 0.61. Okay, so putting one here spins. Hold on, I'm getting confused. So if you put a thing here, then the input speed comes from the rings, which. Oh, so before they were spinning the center sundial, and the sundial's connected to the 3 outer rings. And when the sundial spun, those outer rings would spin at they would rotate at a 1-to-3 ratio. But now the sundial isn't spinning. The ring is spinning, which flips it from 1-to-3 into a 3-to-1 ratio. Yeah, because as they're spinning, because now these are spinning at input ratio, which speeds up this one by 1/3. And then you put this one in. What does this one do? And this one's always connected to this one. And now this one's going to carry a ring. What? So now if this one's connected, it'll spin this outer thing, which will spin. What will that spin? It's losing me. It's losing me. It's losing me. I don't know what the fuck is going on. I'll have to do some more research. I'm so confused. I don't even know what's going on. Okay. Bro, why is it you so complicated? Too many gear ratios. I mean, I don't even know what's spinning at this point. I don't even know what's spinning at this point. Huh? Is it all to do with this thing? So when this one, or this one is done, then all of the rotation goes through the green one. But when they're all disconnected, it all goes through the blue one, which powers the sun. Oh, okay, I'm seeing it. So I'm seeing it. I'm seeing the vision. You just hopped off Satisfactory. You were building engines. Oh, I'm so sorry. Got to go through this with me. Oh. Okay. That's fine. I don't understand. I don't understand you. Okay, I'm doing something different. I've learned a little bit. I kind of get it, but I don't really get it a lot. What do you want to do instead? Do you want to do I know what you guys want to do. I know what you guys want to do. Should we do like a this is a genius plan. Genius plan. Surprisingly, I can't find one on Tier Maker. What is? Oh, they do not like that. There's not a lot of kink tier lists I'm noticing. Just quite shocking, to be honest. Put some music on for you. Oh yeah, this has got a good selection. Yeah, this has got oh, this is okay, hold on. Let me turn this down for me. I hope music's not too loud. Just let me know if it is. So I found one that's kind of interesting. Let me move the Twitch category over real quick. Actually, no, it's probably fine. There it is. So, beware and be ready to witness the one, the only kink tier list. A tier list with a crap ton of different kinks. I don't know if this is like all of them. I don't know how. There's a lot of them. There's not all of them probably because there's just going to be way too many. But there are some decent ones in here. There are some funny ones in here. And here's the tier lists. Are we ready? I guess is my question. I'm just about ready. I guess, should we get like a different song, or is this one? Yeah, let's find a different song. What have I got on my I haven't really got a lot of can I put on shuffle? I'll just put us on shuffle and just Oh yeah, what a perfect song. Okay. So this is the kink tier list. Starting with the description of the tiers, F is going to be like we've got to have a thing. I don't know if we can add a new one. Add row below. Yeah, add row below. This one is going to be called what should we call the? Because I wanted S is going to be like the supreme level stuff, right? This is going to be like best of the best. Love seeing it. Love being a part of it. Then A is like pretty good. B is like, you know, I prefer it. C is like, it's okay, but I'd rather someone else. Then D is like, I don't like it, but I manage. F is, I don't like it and I don't want it. And then this category I'm going to add, it's going to be like, bad. Yeah. That didn't save, did it? BAD. Reset label. And this one is going to be for the ones that I actively think other people should also stop doing. Now, let's begin with the most humble of kinks, the classic CBT, cock and ball torture. This one is quite interesting, right? Because it's like, it can be very big turnoff for a lot of different people. But it's got some merits. And I feel like I'm the first to admit it's definitely got some merits because it depends on what you consider CBT, right? Because if your version of CBT is just getting stomped on with heels, that's like a meh, right? But like, there are some things that's considered CBT that like is actually not that bad. Hi, Yoga. I forgot to say hi. For example, I'm fairly certain plopping counts as CVT, which is like something that you kind of only really do if you're kind of like a bottom that has like a caged peepee. It's usually caged. It's like, does caging count as CBT? What if it does? That's like a whole new level. That's probably a separate category though, right? I don't know because I do think that some parts of it are pretty good. For example, the plapping thing that I mentioned before, that is just where you basically just like slap your balls a munch. And honestly, as a practitioner of it, I can say, you know, it's not for everyone. It's pretty good. I'm not going to denounce it, you know. So I think this one is probably going to go into a solid, maybe a C tier. B to C tier is definitely it. Actually, I think I'm going to raise it up a bit. Yeah, that's pretty good. Reverse cowgirl. This one is like a classic, you know. Which one's the reverse, actually? Do you remember? Is the reverse the one where you're looking away or you're looking towards? I don't actually remember. Is it, because if it's like, I don't even know if there's much of a difference to it. I've got to Google this. Hold on, I've got to check. I'm just going to type in reverse cowgirl. Here we go. Images. Okay. Upon review, reverse cowgirl is definitely the better of the two. Because it's the one where you're sitting facing away, right? So for it's a bit easier to like get into the position. I found like it's more accessible to people. But beyond that, honestly, it's kind of boring. Like I'll do it, but it's certainly not like my favorite. You know what I mean? And in contrast, cowgirl, I think I'm going to put a little higher because it's the same position, but you're facing the person you're doing it with, which adds like a whole new level of shit, right? Because it adds like oh god, it has like a whole new level of intimacy, I found. So I think this is definitely a C tier, whereas reverse is definitely a D tier. It's more accessible, but it's about it. Ooh, now this one's interesting. I'm willing to put this in A tier. I'm willing to put this in A tier because it has a lot of merit to it. It's got a lot of merit to it for both sides, you know? If you're the person on top, you're getting, you're feeling good. You're just chilling. You're just happy to be there, you know? If you're the person on bottom, you're putting the work in and you're getting something out of it because it feels hot to be on the bottom. I can confirm. So, like, you're getting a lot out of it from both sides here. I'd say there's not really a side where you would rather not be. It's one of those supreme ones, really, where, like, you just don't go wrong with that. There are a couple times where you can go wrong, but, like, not a lot of people are going to say they don't like it. You know? It adds a lot to a relationship if you can comfortably do that sort of thing. Gay. Gay is a bit interesting here because gay itself is a sexuality and not a kink. So when it says gay here, I've only got to assume that it means gay as a kink for straight people. In which case, it's definitely unique, but I don't think it's hugely, like, good. I don't think it's super good. But, like, if you're taking it as just like, oh, it's just gay people having fun, then obviously it's going to be like S tier, you know? Honestly, I think I should just make a new one where it's just like not really applicable because gay isn't really like a subgenre anymore. I mean, it is, but in my humble opinion, if I'm looking for stuff, I'm not just going to be typing in gay sex because I don't want to see like two middle-aged men going at it. I don't know about you. So I'm going to put this in D tier. Actually, I'm going to put it in F tier, I think. Missionary is interesting because missionary has the utility of cowgirl, right? Reverse cowgirl, but holds some of the intimacy of the normal cowgirl. So I'm going to put this in C tier. It's a very vanilla tactic, but that doesn't mean that it's bad per se. So I'm going to slap this into C tier. You can't really go wrong with it, you know? Whether you're on top or on bottom, you're always having fun, you're chilling out. Actually, it's pretty good if you're on bottom because you've got your partner kind of just like on top of you, pushing you down, kind of weighing on you. And it's kind of got that sort of side to it, which is quite interesting. It's quite good. I'd recommend it. I'm thinking of bumping it up. I'm convincing myself to bump it up. It's up. It's getting bumped up. I'll put it above CPT. Doggies. Oh my God. Okay. So hear me out here. A star for a couple of reasons. Okay. First of all, doggy style is super easy to get into. It's super easy for anyone. If you're doing kind of sex for the first time, this is a good tip actually. If anyone here is still new to sex, a virgin if they would. If you want to get into it, one of the most simple ones that you can do is doggy style. It's easy to get into. It's easy to set up. You know, most people, if they've been around sexually explicit things for long enough, they'll know what it is. Even if they've never done it before, they'll know what it is. It's that widespread. And to be honest, it's a reason it's so popular. Like, it feels good for both sides. If you're from the perspective of someone who's like giving per se, I'll do that first. From the perspective of someone who's giving, yeah, it's you go to town. There's no real downside for you. You have a lot of control because your feet are either on the floor, if that's the type you're doing, if they're like up on the bed, maybe raised up, or maybe you're on your knees. Either way, because of the like position that you're in, you've got a lot of power and you can drive a lot of force in. to go to control your speed or your strength as much as you want. And on top of that, the position of the bottom sitting down, it's like a natural sort of position to be in, where the cheeks just sort of spread themselves. So it's super easy to like align it if they would. From a bottom perspective, then, the reason doggy style is superior is because, again, not only is it super easy to get into a good position because you're on all fours, so you have good control over your body. If your partner is into a bit of a rough type of stuff and they're going quite hard, you know, you can kind of use your arms and stuff to like stop yourself from getting pushed across the entire bed. So there is that aspect to it, right? And on top of that, the position of like it going inside you, it definitely adds like this level of it definitely elevates the feeling somewhat, because it's about the erogenous zones that kind of get rubbed off a little bit. It's a lot easier to hit them in the doggy style position. And there's a lot of variants you can do with the doggy style as well. There's my favorite one where my partner likes to shove my face into the bed and put a pillow on top of me. So there's a lot of kind of variation you can do with that, and a lot of like, you know, if it gets boring, you can change it kind of, which makes it, in my opinion, top dog. Virgin, ooh, this one's a bit tough. I need a sippy on my coffee for this one. So for Virgin, it's a little interesting. Hold on. Fuck. Okay, bear with me. Checking something. Bear with. Don't move. Still don't move. Please don't stop moving. Shit. There we go. So, Virgin is a bit of an interesting one. If I had to say, Virgin, I don't raise it too highly because it highly depends on the type of Virgin. I've never really been a fan of like that sort of or genre of like pornography per se, because I've always found it a little creepy, to be honest. I do love Virgin boys though, because they're always clueless and it's always super adorable and cute when you're showing them the ropes and, you know, showing them just how much power they have, you know. It's like whenever I'm like talking to a virgin about like things that they can do in bed, it feels like I'm some sort of sensei teaching them like secret martial arts techniques and finding out that they're a natural, but they just had no idea, you know? You know those animes where like yeah, you know those animes where people are always like, I'm a super, super powerful mage, but I got kicked out of my party because I was actually pretending to be a swordsman or some shit. That's what it's like. When you're showing a virgin the ropes, it's like they pretended to be a guy for so long and you just unlocked their fucking third eye and now they've unlocked this like a mystical power to pleasure people. It's crazy. So I would rate that. If it was just that alone, this would probably be B to A tier. Unfortunately, it's not just that, because there is the virgin female side, which is significantly worse. And the reason for that, when you're teasing, when you're talking about women being a virgin here, it's a significantly more painful endeavor. So I would definitely say that for that alone, I'm putting it into C tier. Because on one hand, it's really good, and on the other hand, it's quite painful. And overall, it's just kind of evens out, I reckon. Aston mouth. Ooh, okay. So this one heavily relies on how clean you are, but no matter how clean you are, it'll always feel dirty. And in my opinion, that's kind of the appeal. So if I had to label it, because I've done this before as well, I would have to label it probably maybe a B tier. I would say it's a pretty good B tier. I'd probably put it above these two, to be honest. It's just that it's one of those slightly more taboo ones, but it's really, really good, if like in my opinion. There's a lot of nuances behind it. I think the whole thing behind it mostly is the sort of humiliation of it is kind of that's kind of the biggest thing. Mostly, it's just the humiliation of it. So for that alone, I'm gonna have to put it in B tier. Milking. Ooh, milking's a classic. Milking is a classic. I might have to put this in A tier. Ooh. You know what I might do, actually? I might raise this one to S tier, just because of how good it is. Because I can't think of any downsides to this one. For this one, I can see people not liking it. For this one, I can also kind of see it, because milking, like, you've got two parts, right? You got the pee-pee milking, and then you got the titty milking. Both are really, really good, right? But I could also kind of see how someone could be turned off, especially with the knowledge that milking nippies, after a while, it does make the nippies sore and it does kind of hurt them. So I can see why people wouldn't want to do that. And for male milking, it's definitely a more beta sort of thing. It's kind of more of a bitch mode sort of thing. You can milk an alpha, but I mean, alpha in terms of fairy speak. If I had to put it in normal speak, you could milk a dominant person, but like, I don't know. I don't think a dominant person would be as interested in it. And for that alone, I can't put an S tier because it's not like a universal love. And I don't love it enough for it to go on S tier just based off my preferences. Glory Hole's next. Glory Hole's pretty good. I don't think I have like a downside with it. I think the biggest downside with the Glory Hole type of kink is definitely the danger of like diseases and stuff. Because the idea behind a Glory Hole is that you're doing it with people you don't know. And that like poses like a lot of like danger. And if I had to say, all of these I am willing to take part in. I am not willing to take part in a glory hole. So I'm going to have to put this one in F tier because I'm just not willing to do it. Cowgirl and cowboy. Ooh. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Chat, you agree. You agree. It's pretty good. I put this up. I think I'm going to put in B tier. It's pretty good. It doesn't add too much. It's more of like it's more like if you're filming it, for example, if someone's like watching it on a camera or whatever, like, for example, if I wanted to tease my girlfriend or something, I'd go out and I'd dress myself up in like a cowgirl outfit, and then I'd go get bread or something, and then I'd like film it and send it to her, just so she can. I don't know what she would do with it, but that sort of teasing is definitely like a sort of good type of. It's definitely a bonus, but it's definitely not A tier sort of material, because other than that, it doesn't really add like a lot. But I think the reason I can't put it in C tier is even though it doesn't add a lot, it also coincides with like all of these. Like you could do all of these and do this, and it would only make it better. So I can't really put it below B. Schoolgirl and schoolboy. This one's a bit weird for me because it's a little bit it's kind of like in between, because a lot of people who like this like it because they're in school kind of vibes. Like I didn't mean to put down. For example, I love watching videos of like people getting bullied, like in a classroom and stuff, and then, you know, being forced to do all sorts of weird, provocative things. I don't think I would like it as much if I wasn't in that situation, because I go to uni. So when I see people being embarrassed in a university lecture hall, I feel that shit, you know? And it used to be when I was younger, when I was little teen Silkie, I used to search up videos of me, of like things, of people doing things in my school year, which, I mean, to be fair, I can't even do now because it might be illegal. I don't know. So for that, it's kind of a very situational one. I have to put it in F tier. I don't even know if I'm allowed to rate it. And the outfits themselves are boring as hell, can I add? Bear. Ooh. This one's decisive. Divisive, rather. If Udi Sensei was here, he'd absolutely put this in S tier. But since it's just little old me here, I might have to put this in maybe a D tier because I like it, but not a lot. I wouldn't want it. You know, I wouldn't want to have this. If I had to choose, I prefer them smooth, but I wouldn't be opposed to it. Horse and horsecock. Now, obviously, bestiality is not okay. Let's just get that straight. However, some of the hentai I've seen isn't actually that bad. It's pretty good, if I had to say. And on top of that, I had a horse dildo. Oh my lordy lord, praise to Tanya, was that powerful. On that alone, it's kind of C tier worthy already. I'm gonna have to think about it a bit more. I don't think I can put it in B tier. I don't think it's as good as these. Giant. See, I don't think I like Giant. I mean, it's overly unrealistic. It kind of makes you want to, it makes you think like, damn, that's not a person that giant is breeding. That's just a piece of clay. I don't fucking know. That is not how the human body works. And then from the flip side, with it's like a giant woman, I suppose it could be a bit more, it could be a bit more like, it'd make more sense, but it's not much better. I'm gonna have to put this in F tier. Muscles. What did you miss? I'm doing a tier list of all of the different kinks. Feel free to turn off my stream if there are family members around. Okay. With muscles, I don't think it's S tier for sure. It's not A tier for sure. I don't even think it's B tier. It might be another C tier. I love muscles, don't get me wrong, but they're not like a thing that I actively take pleasure in. It's more so just like it's there, they're quite muscly. That's not very bad, Can I put any lower? Yeah. So I'll put it. Giant is S tier. Giant is not S tier. Hello, Ella. I can't see your demand because I'm doing this. I'm sorry. Giant is not. I need you to give me your opinion on why you think Giant is S tier, because I strongly don't believe it is. C tier, yeah, because it's good, but it's not like you're not going to be incredibly hype over it, are you? You know? And with muscles, Giant is off the chart bad wise because it's just unrealistic. If it's a giant guy and a normal sized receiver, then instant death, that's just not humanly possible. If it's a giant receiver and a small giver, that's just boring looking. And if it's just two giants, that's just normal porn. So for that, I can't really put it very high. Then for muscles, I love muscles, but I also love twinks. And I'm not going to be looking at an image and going, holy cow, that's so hot, look at those muscles. It's going to be different. It's going to be an effect, but it's not going to be the sole reason. So I'm going to be putting it in this one. Vor. Think about this. You get dominated, no matter how much you fight back, they always overpower you. Yeah, but until they're like, oh, me fuck human, and then you die, and then you just die. Vor is going into bad. I strongly do not like Vor. I think it's weird. Same for food, actually. I'm not a huge fan of food. I don't know what this is. Hold on. I'm going to do some quick research. What's Vita? Hi, Udi. Hold up on food. You die, you're going to Valhalla? Oh god. Give me your opinion on food then. What about getting covered in whipped cream and Ooh. Hold on. You're pulling me in. You need context for what the tier list is for. It's my tier list on kinks I think are amazing and kinks I think are really bad. We have bad, which I say everyone should not do. F is the ones that I don't think are good. D are the ones that I can kind of see why people might like them. C are the ones that are good but not great. B are the ones that I like. A are the ones that I love. And S are the ones I think everybody loves. Like this. Yeah. So, for example, in F, I've put gay because honestly, I don't really see the appeal of it. Because to me, that's just normal. That's not really a genre. I wouldn't search up gay people fucking. I'd search up something else. And if it happens to have gay people, I'd be a vibe. And then in S tier, I put doggy style because doggy style is super easy to get into. It's super easy for beginners. It feels good. It's modular. You can do things. Like I said before, me and my girlfriend, when we're doing it, she likes to slam my face against the bed and shove a pillow on top of me so that I struggle to breathe while she does it. And it just elevates it to a whole new level. Peak song? Hell yeah. Is BL not a kink? It is, yeah. So I searched up feeder. Oh, what did I just do? I don't know what I did. I clicked the wrong thing. Okay. Feeder is just the act of somebody feeding a person, and that's it, which is hella boring. Food, however, I'm going to have to raise. So thinking about food, covering your body in chocolate or whipped cream and licking it off is always lovely. You're wearing your BS sweater? Oh, you're so cute. Thank you for the costume change. Getting covered in whipped cream and cherries and chocolate is really nice. Why is gay F tier? I'll tell you in a second. But also, I have got this really weird kink where I love the thought of somebody tying me up and force feeding me garbage, like just absolute slop mixed with tons of different bodily fluids that I don't even know the origins of. Like a gross concoction of just random liquids that is vile enough to make me vomit, just force feeding me that shit. That's A tier for me. It's not a kink, it's a lifestyle. Yeah, how is this a kink? This is just a normal thing. That's like saying my kink is watching people touch each other. That's just not a kink. But I can't argue that it isn't very well, so I had to put an F tier inside. Yeah. So that's why gay is F tier. Next is car sex. I would vote car sex pretty highly. It's got that sort of feeling of like, ooh, maybe we're gonna get caught, you know? You're gonna be lurking? Okay, thank you for the lurkies. Rawr. It's got that sort of aspect of, ooh, we might get caught, which I really appreciate. You finally leave cave, now you own a VR headset. I'm so proud of you. I haven't booted up my VR headset in years. Blaine Sammy, ooh, we should totally play together. I've read it C. It's good, but it's not great. It has some issues. It's kind of hard to get into, but the sort of pleasure kind of makes up for it. I can't put it any higher than C. This is a lot I'm giving it. These ones look a bit boring, so let's skip through them as fast as I can. Clothes I weirdly find really hot. So I'm going to put that in B tier, and I can't really articulate why I want to put it in B tier, but the aspect of like knowing someone's naked under like an oversized sweater, for example, or having like being tied up and having body writing and toys attached to you all covered up by an oversized jacket whilst you're in public is the hottest shit ever. So I have to put clothes pretty high. Striptease, then I put kind of low. I mean, I kind of get it, but it activates your neurons for sure, but it's definitely not kink worthy. I wouldn't go out of my way to search for it unless I actively wanted something tame. Doctor, I don't even know what the fuck that means. Mormon, I have no idea what Mormon means. Is that the one where like people have to like fake have sex because it's the only way to get around the fact that they're Mormon or some shit? That's no. Cults are bad, obviously. Now we're getting into the interesting ones. Mormon. Oh god. Next is sounding. Oh, this one's decisive. This one is real big. So sounding, for the cuties that don't understand, is when you get a small metal, usually metal, but could be anything, a small little rod, and you slide it slowly in and out of your urethra. It can be good. People like it. There are definitely chastity devices that utilize it. Would I say I'm a practitioner? No. Would I recommend it to people? Probably not. So I'm gonna have to put this in like low D tier because I think I would be into it if I spent the time getting used to it, but I'm just not willing to. Hi, Connie. The worst date fumble today with a goth girl. OMG. And it activated your humiliation kink. Oh, Ducky, you're so adorable. Oh, bet you love being humiliated, don't you? Even thinking about it makes you nauseous? Yeah, it's definitely a bad one, but it's not awful. The reason I put it above these is because gay isn't even a genre. Glory hole is just disease ridden. Schoolgirl is borderline illegal, and giant will fucking, it's just instant death. Frotting. Ooh. I think frotting a lot of people like. Again, for the people who might not know this one, because it's a little bit absurd, frotting is when two little cuties rub their peepees together. And it's pretty good. I'd say it's a B tier. It's very intimate. It provides you and your partner with ample time to just chill out and play with each other whilst maybe catching up or talking or something, which is quite nice. I would rate this pretty high because me and my partner use it as a bonding tool to just like talk sometimes. Like whenever I want to chat about something, I'll just hop on top of her and she'll just start going at it whilst we talk. And I feel like if I ever met up with my friends, like if I ever met up with Udi or MP or anything, this is how we would become close friends. You know? I go over to Connie's house and I'm like, yo, Connie, how's your racing been? You know, how have you been in university? I just hop on top of him, start touching each other, you know? It's just that sort of familial bond. So for that, it goes into B tier. Hand jobs, I'm going to put that in A tier. I think they're honestly really easy to do and are probably one of the quickest and easiest ways to have fun with a partner. I think hand jobs are like doggy style, actually. I'm going to put in S tier because it's just so good. Someone said your name? Don't worry about it. I definitely wasn't telling chat how we're going to be frotting together. I think I'm going to put hand job below doggy style, but it's so easy to get into. And it's so beginner friendly, but it also has so many variations and stuff. It has to be S tier. It has to be. We will. I know. Chastity. Ooh. I've got to put this one in S tier. This is a personal S tier for me though, because chastity makes everything feel so much better. Chastity helps with CBT. Chastity helps with denial. It helps with humiliation. You can use vibrators and you can come harder than you will ever be able to come normally. It's just infinitely better. Everything is better with chastity. So, and for that alone, I'm putting it in S tier. To get into, it's not even that difficult. It's not even that hard to get into. In fact, the whole idea is that you're getting into it soft. Tentacles, again, A tier, top A tier. They're soft, they're easy to slide in, they wrap around you, they tease you, they play with you, they feel good. It's just, there's no downside to it. The only downside are the freaks who decide to use an octopus, like an actual live octopus, which is against the law. Stick to toys, people. I would love to have like a bikini that was just made of like thick silicone tentacles or something. So like to put it on, I'd have to suction cup them around my titties. That would be so adorable. Could have the tentacles caress my little girl balls or some shit. I don't know. So for that, it's a top A tier. For ugly bastard them, I think this is a bit more divisive. I think this one, a lot of people are not going to agree with me on. I'm putting it in B tier. The idea of having some like gross, overweight, smelly bastard just going to town on me fills me with such joy and immense satisfaction I cannot articulate properly. I cannot. And I don't understand it either. But it has multiple strands to it. It's because, first of all, there's the aspect of, oh, I'm being forced by this guy to do things against my will. That's kind of hot for me. But then the second sort of thing is, you know, if he's really that ugly, chances are no one else is giving him the time of day. And I'm not sure I would be able to handle that. I feel like I would want to make them feel happy. So that's kind of where my sort of standpoint is on it. Stranger is similar to Glory Hole because it is a bit of a disease-ridden thing, but you have a chance to talk to the stranger and make sure that they're not kind of chlamydia-ridden. And for that reason, I'm going to put it in C tier because I feel like if I was just a little bit more confident, I would absolutely be doing it to people I've just met on the street. As just practice, you know? But I'm just not confident enough to do that, which is what's holding me back from putting it higher up. If I was confident enough, I'd be able to talk more about it. I'd be able to gauge if it should be higher or lower a bit better. But for now, I think a sweet spot of just being in the middle works fine. S tier. Tattoos in every single way are S tier. I mean, think of how many applications it has. You could get a wound tattoo and become a bit of a slut. You could get a tramp stamp, become a bit of a slut. You could get tattoos on your legs, on your arms, on your hands. You could have people tattooing like awful things like the words whore all over you. That's hot as fuck. Someone could tattoo on your ass cheeks how worthless you are. That's hot as fuck. Maybe someone could like kidnap you and tattoo. It's so good. Okay, it's so good. I'm keeping an S tier. That's my personal S tier right there. That's my personal S tier. Okay, moving on. Small dick. Ooh, planned a date in a cosplay event, but your alarm didn't wake up and you woke up at 12? Oh my god. Ducky, no! I'm so sorry, babes. I'm so sorry. That must have been awful. I hope you're okay. Thought it was fine. You had extra money, but no date money. No! That's so cute. Ah, I'm sure she was okay with it. I'm sure she understood. Ah, you gotta go out on another date and you can't fumble the second one. Oh, babes, I'm sorry. You did your best. You couldn't have done anything. Okay, I'm going to continue with my tier list if that's okay. Small dick next. It was the second date. Oh no, babes, I'm sorry. Aw. You'll get them. You'll be fine. You'll be fine. I think. Small dick is next. I'm gonna be putting this into B tier because I am addicted to them. I love having one. I love seeing them. I love my partner having one. I love playing with them. There is not a single bad thing you can say about it. Other than the fact that you can't get used by one. If someone has a small dick, they can't really fuck you the same way, but that's not really a problem if you're like me, for example. I think it's a big deal breaker for a lot of people, but not for me. Tinder date, I've never liked Tinder. BBC, better, but I've never really liked racial profiling. They best to be dominated. Agreed. I love having a small weeby. I love it because my partner keeps making fun of it. Actually, she keeps telling me how big it is, but I like taking photos of it when it's really small. Small titties are, I mean, I don't really see a difference between titty sizes, to be honest. It's all about the nipples for me. It's not the titties, but the nipples themselves. But if I had to say, big titties is definitely higher up on the list. Scissoring, I'm not really into, I don't really know much about scissoring, so I'm gonna have to put it in the D tier because I'm not really a lesbian, so I can't say a lot about it, but I know that people like it, which is why it's in D tier. Femdom. This isn't A tier, this is A tier. This is mid A tier, I would say. The idea of having someone just like force you to do things and to control you and to make you more feminine is just a very, very good thing. It's a very good kink. It's one of my highest rated kinks, actually. I am in love with it. And to be fair, fandom specifically, I'm not really in love with so much as just dominating as a whole. But I think the reason I get kind of attached to fandom is because fandom itself is not just the act of dominating, but the act of making the submissive person more effeminate, which I love. Pussy licking, I would say, is kind of in the same vein as face sitting to me. So I'm going to put it next to each other because they're kind of the same thing to me. Really good, really easy to get into, good for both sides, good for both partners, really good. Blowjob, I'm going to put into, probably going to put into B tier. It's very common. A lot of people do it and it does feel good, but like it's a bit vanilla and it's a bit basic and it's not as easy to get into as handjob. So for that alone, I'm going to put, I'll put it in A tier. I'll put in low A tier. Rim job, I'm going to put into next to face sitting because I consider them basically the same thing. I prefer giving out rim jobs. I think it's good. I think it makes me happy. It makes me feel humiliated, and I like that. And it's also good practice for my tongue, which I also vibe with. I feel like the act of cleaning someone up with my tongue is pretty damn good. Providing they're clean enough, of course. I don't know what this is. I've got to check real quick. I don't know what that is. Oh, double penetration. Oh. Okay, I'm so glad I turned that down so I don't get heart attacks now, but it made my heart jump. Oh my god, okay. God damn. Okay. Okay, I googled it. This is double penetration. Double penetration, I would probably rate pretty damn high. I'm gonna put it. Whoa, I didn't mean to move that. I'm gonna put it probably in B tier. I think it's really good. I'm gonna put it below small dick. Actually, I'm gonna put it high C tier because I like it, but I'll never experience it, and I don't think I would ever want to give someone else that experience. But I can really see the appeal. So I'm gonna put it in C tier. I think. Solid B. You reckon solid B? Really? Ooh. If you know a bit more about it than I do, then I think I'm gonna put it low B tier. taking my feelings into account as well. Okay, feet is gonna where it gets a little bit iffy for me personally. I've had a very interesting relationship with this kink because for the longest time, basically my whole life, I hated it, and I would have put it in this without a second thought. But recently, it hasn't been feet that's been getting me turned on, but the idea of being forced to worship feet by someone, because I don't like feet. I don't think it's very good. In fact, I think it's disgusting. So being told that I'm going to be punished if I don't do something that I find disgusting elevates that sort of humiliating feeling to a level so high that it basically breaks through any sort of dignity I have left. It's fun if you trained your heart. Ah, okay. Well, for feet, I'm going to put it in a high C tier. That makes it so that you like the force kink, not the feet kink. Oh, you may be onto something. But I don't think the force kink is even on here. Reason. Oh, wow. Okay, I don't even have to think about that one. Ah, that kind of counts. Yeah, that one's gone. That one's out of here. That's bad for your health, and it's not very good. All right, I can lower it down to a D tier then. If you think it's more of a humiliation thing, then I'll lower it down to a D tier. I know some people like it, but it's just not for me. Solo female. So solo female and solo male is kind of weird because I view solo female to be much higher than solo male because it just looks more visually appealing. Scat is poop. And it's not good. It's disgusting. So yeah. I don't want to judge, but with things like scat, I kind of feel like I'm compelled to. If you have you seen, did you hear about the story about the guy who would go around people's houses and pay them like 200 quid to just sit inside this septic tank for 20 minutes? It's the most disgusting video essay I think I've ever watched. Solo female and solo male. I would say female is better than male, but both of them are pretty okay. I'm going to put them low C tier. They're pretty good overall. I think I'd put female high C tier just based off me. Yeah, it's 2 girls 1 cup is what it is. Twink, I'm going to put into high C tier as well. Because twink itself isn't really so much a genre as it is a body type, and I do like twinks. But for me, femboy is a little higher than twink. So actually, I'm going to put femboy in B tier. There we go. Cuckold. This is really, this is going to be really, I don't think people are going to agree with me with this one. I love the thought of cuckoldry. I fucking relish in it. I relish in it from both sides of the equation. To be forced to just sit there and do nothing whilst my partner gets railed is fucking amazing. And in that same vein, taking a video of me getting railed by, I don't know, Udi or something, and then sending it to my girlfriend is the hottest thing known to man, and she knows it. And she keeps trying to convince me to do it. But as I said before, I'm not very good at talking with strangers, and all my friends are in Poland. So, you know, a bit of a sad state of affairs. But yeah, I'm going to have to put it in A star tier, and I don't think I could lower it. Even if people tried to tell me the bad things about it, as long as it's consensual, it is by far the best. It's the non-consensual stuff people don't like. You do me only if I can record it. JK, unless you want to. I don't know, maybe. Oh my god, wasn't there a VTuber who got banned from her agency for arranging meetups with their fans to have sex? I remember that shit. Massage is classic. I'm going to put it in D tier because I'm not really a huge fan, but I can't really see anyone going wrong with it. I just think it's a little bit of like an overly roundabout way of doing a voyeurism, not voyeurism. Massaging is just a really like roundabout way of doing a stranger kink, and I'm just not into it. But I can't lower it any more than D because I know other people like it. Cream pie. Ooh. I'm going to put cream pie in low B tier. I love the thought of being cream pie, and I also love the thought of cleaning up after someone who's been cream pied. So I'll put it in a B tier for that alone. But I don't know. The idea of just using my tongue to clean someone up, human birth control, I just feel like that's kind of hot for me. I feel like I'm not the only one. Low B tier for that. Bondage for me then is definitely going to be at the top. I think bondage is super fun. It's super easy to start with. It's a little time consuming, but you can make ways around it. There are ways you can do bondage without spending like hours tying yourself up with an elaborate scheme of ropes, you know? Bondage isn't just ropes. Bondage is any sort of thing that restricts you. So just having someone handcuff you to the corner of the bed whilst they use you mercilessly, that counts. And that's like 30 seconds to do. So I'm putting that in S tier. Futa, I'm going to put in high A tier. I like it just because of the prospect, because it's very, very similar to just a trans person, I suppose. So for me, futa and trans are kind of in the same boat. It's good to look at because it's got best of both worlds. They've got the pee-pee that I like, and they've got the booba that I like as well. So it's just the best of both worlds. However, I am going to lower it actually. And the reason I'm going to lower it is because for some reason, and I don't know if anyone else has noticed this, but for some reason they always give futas in like immaculately crazy proportion sizes. Like futas should not have a dick that's bigger than their actual body. It is just not biologically possible. I don't know why they do that. And if it wasn't for artists doing that, it would be higher. Emo, I don't really understand. I don't think emo itself can be really considered a category, but I don't really have an argue against it. Shower is very basic. I've done shower sex. It's okay. It's easy to do. It's kind of like doggy style in a way where like it's easy if you're a beginner, but I don't think it's very good. Have you seen the amount of cum they have as well? I have. They like all have hyperspermia. It's crazy. It's just kind of unrealistic. Sissy then. Sissy is in a bit of a weird state. Automatic cleanup, yeah, see, that's why it's pretty good. But for me, it's just water getting everywhere because I use a water-based lube. It kind of ruins the lube, so it's kind of annoying in that way. But if you're doing it with someone who has like a coochie, because coochies are self-lubricating, then I can kind of get the point, you know. Shower is nice and warm, yeah. I can't put it any higher though for my personal preferences, but I know people like it and I know it's good. So it's, I'll put it in low to C tier then. So the issue with Sissy now, good for preparing her after? Yeah, agreed. The issue with Sissy is it clashes heavily with femboy. People think that femboy is Sissy and Sissy is femboy. They're not. They're different. So a femboy is just an effeminate boy who likes to kind of dress and act and maybe sound and talk like a woman. A sissy, on the other hand, is someone who, despite looking feminine or masculine, it doesn't matter, have been forced to be bimboified and basically turned into what you would, you know, basically a bimbo. There's no other way around it. It's just a bimbo. It's a bimbo, but for a guy. And the key word is guy here because you can't be, from what I've learned, you can't be a sissy and be a woman. It's a very guy specific thing. And I think the reason for that is because it preys on the kink that some guys secretly have. where they shed their masculinity or are forced to shed their masculinity. It's got some really good content in it, but the issue for me isn't the content so much as the story behind it and the label that it is. So I can't do any higher than a C just because of what it stands. Is that not a himbo? No, because a himbo is like a male slut. A sissy is a guy who's turned into a female slut. Mini skirts, Botox type shit, wigs, constantly going out having like glory hole sessions. That's the sort of things that they fantasize about. Threesome. I think threesome's pretty good. I think it's difficult. I'm putting it in C tier because it's good and it has good things in it, but it's just really difficult to set up and perform. I can't really, I'm trying to justify it. If I compare threesome to like any of these, I don't think I could. It's interesting to look at, which is why I've put it in C tier, but actually going through and doing it, I don't think it's really, I couldn't recommend it. So I'm going to put it in C tier. Orgy next. Orgy, I think, is the same thing. It's the same thing as threesome, where orgies are really difficult and hard to set up, but I'm going to put it higher. And the reason I'm going to put it higher is because normally if you're setting up an orgy, you're much more experienced, so you don't have the issues that you would have if you were doing like a threesome, because you should be experienced enough to get around it, you know? You have like lines, you have tactics, you have little quotas where it's like, oh, we're having an orgy. The first 10 minutes is going to be that, she's going to go around doing all that. It's got more structure to it. And because of that, it works better. So I'm going to have to put it at B tier. It's also pretty good to look at. Public S tier. I've done it. I will continue to do it. I'll never stop doing it. One of my favorite memories is, oh, should I be admitting this on stream? It's an 18 plus stream, it's fine. I've got a couple different memories of public. I've sucked dick on a bus before. I stripped naked on a beach before. There was this one time when I went to a public walkway and I put a vibrator next to my cage and I orgasmed my fucking brains out just as a person was driving past me on a bike, and I looked them dead in the eyes whilst I came, and they didn't notice because I was fully clothed, but for that reason, S tier. Slave play. So that's the humiliation-y thing that I was mentioning about with the feet earlier. So everything that I said I loved about feet and everything I said I loved about the food kink comes under slave play. So for that, honestly, this is going to have to go into S tier as well. It's just too good. The issue of these two is that if you like them, you love them. If you don't like them, you fucking hate them. There's no in between. I can't recommend these to new people, but if someone's already into it, then I know that they can be I know that they can be fucked with. I know that they're cool. I know they're my type of people. And that's it. And that's the tier list. That's all of them. I don't think I've got anything to add to it. I've got all of the awful ones down here. I feel like it's pretty easy for people. There's a couple in here that I feel like people wouldn't be able to vibe with, like a CBT, public play, shit like that. But I feel like since this is kind of my tier list, this is currently, as it stands, my tier list of kinks. And I feel like it's pretty I don't think I'm into anything overly weird or extreme. I think I'm pretty good. I've kept all of the bad ones down here, the kind of disgusting, gross ones I've kind of kept down here. And then up top, I've kind of kept it to like ones that I thought were pretty easy to get into. There's a couple in here that I think people might struggle with, like cuckoldry, for example. It's a very personal one for me, that one. So I could kind of understand if nobody was into it. I've got a couple down here that I feel like people would like, but it was just kind of personally not my sort of thing. Like showering, for example. I can kind of understand why people might like threesome, but it's just not for me. So overall, I think I did pretty good. I don't think there's any I've got to explain, is there? I don't think so. Yeah, I think I've done them all. Right then, I don't know what to do now. that was my idea for stream. That was it. I don't know where to go from here. It's kind of yeah. That was me. That's me. I don't know if I want to play video games today. My throat kind of hurts from yapping so much. And I do have things I want to paint and work I need to do. You guys reckon? All right, before I come off this then, let me make sure I've got all of them right. Yeah, I don't like any of these. Cult, actually, I think I'm raising up because I don't think I hate cult. I think cultist kink could be kind of interesting. Yeah, I could say it's kind of interesting. Cream pie, OG. I might lower cream pie a little bit. I'm not sure if I'm that big of a fan of it. Yeah, I'm gonna put it down here a little bit. Aftermath. Honestly, I might bring Aftermath up a little bit. I do really like it. It's pretty damn good. Yeah, I think we're good. Food kink, I'm gonna lower a bit. I don't think I should have put it that high. It's good, but only in a specific scenario. Oh, but people glazing my food with bodily fluids, that kind of raises it up a little bit. Yeah, no, that kind of raises it up a little bit. Okay, I'll keep it in A tier then. Then what about S tier? Doggy style, easy to get into, super good. Hand jobs, easy to get into, super good. Chastity, super good. Tattooed, amazing. Bondage, public, amazing. Amazing. Slave play, amazing. Golden chat. We don't talk about that one. We don't talk about that one. We don't talk about golden chow. Right, I've got to go. I will see you guys in 5 minutes whilst I decide on what to do. Yabby. Hey y'all, I'm back. Hold on. Pew. There we go. So this is the finished screenshotty thingy. I'm gonna have to screenshot this. Hold on. Yeah, this is the finished one. I'm gonna have to like fucking. How do I screenshot? Do you really remember? Control FN print screen. Shift FN print screen. FN print screen. Ah, there we go. I got it. Boom. Okay. What I might do then is I think I'm gonna post this onto my Discord and so I'll post this and I'll post a link to the tier list and you guys can make your own tier list and then maybe in a future stream I'll compare other people's tier lists. That could be a fun idea. We can like compare what each other thinks of each kink. That could be fucking cool. That could be a fun video idea. Maybe I could start making YouTube videos of that. Perhaps the reason I can't make videos is because I don't do things that are video worthy. I don't know. How do I link this then? Let's find out, shall we? Reset, download tier list. I've screenshot it now. So reset ranking. Copy. Go into my thing. Hi, Ivy. Wow, you just missed it. I did a tier list of all my all of the kinks. Do you want to see it? Hold on. I'm posting the tier list into my Discord so other people can do it. I'll put it into I don't even know where I put it. I don't want to put it in general. Oh yay, forgot. I don't know where I'll put it. I'll just pop it in the important news one and I just won't add anybody. Here we go. Here is the tier. Actually, no, I'll put it in not. Should I put it in not safe for work? That'd be better, wouldn't it? I don't know. Ugh, I'll just put in general. Whatever. Here is my tier. Here's what I used to make my tier list. Oh, wow. Oh, should I post a screenshot in the not safe for work one though? Because it does have a bunch of kinks in it. Yeah, I will. I'll put it in not safe for work memes. Because why not? Upload file. Pictures, screenshots. How do I filter by most recent? I forget. Ow! Oh, there we go. There we go. Boom. Okay, now you guys can take part in it too. I've done something similar like this before when I took the BDSM test, but I suppose this is a bit different. Okay, stretching done. Honestly, I don't really know what I want to do now. I'm kind of stumped, if that's the right word. Oh. Ivy, hold on. I've never done this. Okay, hold on. Ivy, you're such a good girl. You're such a good girl. I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of you, Ivy. such a good girl. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. So cute. So proud of you. I have no idea how much of that even came through the mic. No fucking idea. I also think my voice feels my voice feels very coarse right now. Like someone's just gone through the entirety of my throat with a sheet of sandpaper, so I can't imagine that sounded very good. Actually, it's for that reason I'm tempted to end a little earlier today. Just because I feel it's a little hard to talk. I'm not really sure why. I think I've just been yapping a bit too much today. No video games today. I didn't stream yesterday, so I'll probably stream tomorrow at some point. I don't know when. I've never really streamed on a Monday before. But yeah, I probably will. I've got an idea of someone I want to raid. You should play Terraria with you sometime. I should. I was going to play Terraria with a couple people, like Akuma, but I just haven't had time to. I think you'd be very good at it. Meow, 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 meow. Meow, 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 meow. Meow, 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 meow. Ooh. Do I raid Jemmy Chamomile? Do I raid Jemmy? Do I raid Candy? Or do I raid Vain Summer? Vain Summer has less viewers. Candy and Jemmy together looks like they're doing girly things, apparently. I don't even know what game they're playing. And then Vain Summer is doing story time and pulling onto At Night Abyss. Oh, and then Basic is streaming Fortnite. You guys want to watch Fortnite? Or do you want to watch some cute guy play Elden Ring? We can watch a cute guy play Elden Ring. Come on. Fuck it. Why not? Open secret. One can find me. Meow, 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 meow. I'm talking Miku, Miku, ooh, you. 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 Because of you. Anyway, I'll see everyone later. I'll see everyone around. I'm going to be going. I will see you tomorrow. Ah! Meow. Meow. Meow.